States. Lagos State Office for Disability Affairs at the Ministry of Health strengthened collaboration on improved access for PWDs. Minister of Works issues November deadline for Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway completion. On the foreign scene, Ukrainian president calls for deployment of special forces in defense of Donbass town. In sports, Nigeria's Ademola Lookman makes Serie A Team of the Week. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. In a bid to enhance access to quality healthcare and deepen disability inclusion in Lagos State, the Lagos State Office for Disability Affairs, LASODA, has expressed willingness to strengthen collaboration with the Ministry of Health towards achieving better health outcomes for persons with disabilities, PWDs. Speaking during a visit to the Ministry of Health at Alausa, Ikeja, General Manager of LASODA, Adenike Oyetunde Lawal, emphasized the importance of advancing disability inclusion within the state health system. Oyetunde Lawal underscored the need for continuous training of healthcare workers to foster empathy and understanding towards PWDs, while also ensuring that health facilities are physically accessible and responsible to their needs. She said there is a need to strengthen the welfare of persons with disabilities through deliberate healthcare policies, construction of more primary health centers, and the recruitment of sign language interpreters to facilitate effective communication and access to care. The Lagos State Materials Testing Laboratory Agency has taken its fight against the building collapse to the next step, using women as part of a strategic move in curbing persistent structural failures across the Lagos metropolis. Speaking during a plenary session themed Women as Partners in Ensuring Safe and Secure Communities Through Construction Materials Testing at the Council 2025 National Women's Conference, the General Manager of the agency, Olayinka Abdul, issued a clarion call to the women of Lagos, imploring them to become the state frontline sentinel in the fight against building collapse. Abdul informed that the safety of the built environment is not just an engineering issue, but a critical community and the family issue, saying every building collapse is a profound tragedy. When lives are lost, families are shattered, and communities are devastated, stressing that the root cause often lies beneath the surface of substandard construction materials. She said the agency cannot be everywhere at once, and this is where women come into play, their primary roles of protecting communities as caregivers, community organizers, as well as watching their surroundings against indicators of collapse. Abdul positioned the agency as the state's scientific guardian, testing, certifying, and enforcing material standards to ensure safety, highlighting significant flaws to look out for, such as spalling, cracks, and dampness around walls that are often overlooked, thus inducing collapse as time progresses. The Lagos State chapter of the All Progressives Congress APC has congratulated leaders of the Southwest region, past and present, for the renewed spirit of understanding, unity and cooperation that was evident at the just concluded Southwest Stakeholders Dialogue. The Lagos APC, in a statement by its spokesman Jay Oladejo, commends the courage, foresight, and statesmanship displayed by all the stakeholders who participated in the landmark engagement, stating that the demonstration of unity across party lines and generations represents a powerful lesson in leadership maturity, one that transcends personal ambition and political affiliations. The party urges other geopolitical zones across the country to take a cue from the Southwest experience to prioritize dialogue, peace, and partnership over antagonism and needless rivalry. It reaffirms its unwavering commitment to the ideals of the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu, describing him as a true son of the Southwest, whose legacy of inclusion, competence, and courage continues to inspire the region and the nation. Now to the rest of the stories. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, has directed the contractor handling rehabilitation of the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway to complete the remaining 4.5 kilometers Abia section before the end of November. Umahi, who expressed dissatisfaction with the slow pace of work on the section, warned that the contract would be revoked if the deadline was not met. He assured the contractor of prompt payment, describing the President Bola Tinubu-led administration as a reliable partner that does not renege on its financial obligations. Umahi also commended the contractors for their integrity and quality of work, recalling how the company's management had previously prioritized completing existing projects over taking new ones. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has flagged a total of 2,658 admissions conducted during the 2024-2025 academic session as illegal. The illegal admissions were flagged off from a total of 17 universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education. This is as public universities ended the admission processes for the 2025-2026 academic session on Friday. During the 2025 policy meeting organized by the board, Minister of Education Tunji Alausa warned that severe sanctions, including withdrawal of asset and punishment of officials, would be meted out to institutions involved in illegal admission racketeering. In foreign news now, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says the defense of Pokrovsk is a priority as elite special forces were deployed to the embattled town in the eastern front line. Ukrainian army sources said special forces from military intelligence and assault groups were being used as regular infantry to protect supply lines to troops holding the town in the Donbas region. There have been growing reports of Russian advances around the strategic town to the west of Donetsk, but Ukraine has denied claims their forces were surrounded. Kyiv also believes its capture will help Russia in its effort to persuade the United States that its military campaign was succeeding. Washington has grown increasingly frustrated with the Kremlin's failure to move forward with peace negotiation, culminating in U.S. President Donald Trump's placing sanctions on its two largest oil producers and axing plans for a summit with Russia's Vladimir Putin. Zelensky has indicated he was open to President Trump's proposal for a ceasefire that would freeze the war along the current front lines, while Russia has publicly insisted Ukrainian troops leave the remainder of the Donbas. In sport now, Super Eagles forward Ademola Lookman has been named in Serie A Team of the Week. Lookman was on target in Atlanta's 1-1 draw with AC Milan on Tuesday night. It was also the Nigerian international's first goal of the season for the Begamo. The tricky winger put up an impressive performance in the game with 3 successful dribbles, 3 key passes, and 84% pass accuracy. He was the only Atalanta player who made the selection. Juventus' Dusan Lahovic and Federico Bonazzoli of Cremonese are the other forwards included in the selection. And that's it on the news at 4. But just before we go, do not drive without a valid driver's license. You can follow us on like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu admission completed and inaugurated 384 capacity multi-level car park at Onikon, Lagos? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. In a bid to enhance access to quality healthcare and deepen disability inclusion in Lagos State, the Lagos State Office for Disability Affairs, LASODA, has expressed a willingness to strengthen collaboration with the Ministry of Health towards achieving better health outcomes for persons with disabilities, PWDs. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, has directed the contractor handling rehabilitation of Enugu Port Harcourt Expressway to complete the remaining 4.5 kilometers Abia section before the end of November. We also told you that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said the defense of Pokrovsk is a priority as elite special force were deployed to the embattled town on the eastern front line. And finally, in sports, Super Eagles forward Ademola Lookman has been named in Serie A Team of the Week. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news podcast compiled by Coyote Afalashiri. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon.